Is having the World Cup and the Club World Cup here in America a plus? Let's talk about it.
Ain't been tight, never known curfews. Sunday night quiet, I ain't even out my church shoes. I done been white, premarital guessing perfumes. Psycho in a lot, they keep asking me who hurt you. Dreaded for diapers, ain't that some shit? You think buying beers and pacifiers made me a pacifist? There's a list of asses that I like to whip. In this timeline, been frames the bad guy shit. Go ahead and
Hey, yo, welcome to Sports World Talk. We talk the world of sports, and right now we are talking Club World Cup and the World Cup. And is it actually good for America? So let's talk about it and let's get into it. Just in a few weeks, we have the Club World Cup starting up on June 14th. A lot of great talent that's coming in, flying into America, getting ready for the games and stuff like that. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited because I want to see a lot of great football or soccer played here in America. And first off, I will touch bases on the notion of, soccer being not the popular sport here in America. I think it's sad that it's not. I would like to dive deep in more conversations with different people about why it's not big here in America. I got a series I want to start with that because it is a beautiful game. It is a game that's played all around the world. It is like one of the most is the most popular sport in the world. So I think definitely having it here, I feel like I'm ready for the impact. I'm hopeful that the impact would go greatly, for the sport of soccer here in the United States. And, just seeing how MLS has grown the past 2 years with stars like Messi and, Inter Miami coming to fruition and everything, I think that it's going to have to take an MLS team going deep into the tournament for sure. We have 3 teams from MLS that's going to be in the tournament. We have Inter Miami, of course. We have Seattle FC. We also have LA FC as well too, which the game that they had against Club America, I loved it. It was a great atmosphere. Just seeing it, the game itself, the comeback, they was down 1, tied it, tied it all level, and then towards the end of the game, boom, 2-1. It was amazing. They went to extra time. Just seeing great games like that, man, I feel like people will be able to appreciate it more. But here in America, we have a whole thing as far as we cheer for our own, which I'm sure every country does. I think that's one of the issues of why soccer isn't as big here in America is because it wasn't a American-made sport. And I feel that is a issue because, people are, I only want to play basketball, baseball, football, things that are more popular that was, created here, which it's crazy to me. But I think if they saw whether it's Inter Miami, LA Galaxy, or Seattle go deep into this tournament, which I think is a possibility. Looking at the groups and how it is, I think it's definitely a possibility. I want to say the top 2 teams of each group goes into the final 16 of the tournament, and I think it's a possibility. Looking at it right now, LAFC, they have a pretty tough group. They have Chelsea in there, definitely. So that's going to be a tough matchup all in itself as well. They got one of the Brazilian teams as well. So they're definitely going to have their hands full. Over looking at Seattle, I think Seattle has it worse, just to be honest. Just looking at 2 of the teams in there. They got PSG in there and Atletico Madrid as well in their same group. So to be the top 2 teams in that will be definitely tough for Seattle. But we also have Inter Miami. Inter Miami, they have a team from Egypt. They have a team from Portugal and another team from Brazil as well. But I think we can get that. I'm pretty confident, at least in that one, we can be top 2. So right now, I think it's in Inter Miami's hands, possibly LAFC, depending on how they play, and being at least 2 teams that we can get into the top 16. But like I said, for Americans, for this country to really hold on and sink their teeth in it, one of our teams from the MLS has to go deeper into the tournament. And hopefully more coverage will come to it. Hopefully more like, debates on ESPN will come out of it on Fox and stuff like that, because I think that's what's going to cause if one of our teams go deep into it. I think it would have even more of an impact on bringing the attention to MLS, to soccer here in the United States, if we have one of our own doing it. So, but without that, it would still have an impact. It would still have an impact because you're getting to see players like, Mbappe and, teams like Real Madrid, teams like PSG, Chelsea, Man City, a lot of these other, great establishments of teams that's been here for a long time play. You know what I mean? You're getting to see that itself. And you get to see the atmosphere that those type of games bring. Now, someone always told me, I've never been to a game, an international game, anything like that before, as far as, across the water, but I think I have an idea. Someone explained to me before. They said, hey, if you ever watched a Georgia football game, and if you're in the stadium and you hear how the stadium sounds when a touchdown is had, he said, imagine that the whole entire game. And I'm like, whoa. So I definitely am looking forward to trying to go to one of the Club World Cup games. I have been to an MLS game. I love that atmosphere all in itself. So I can just even imagine what it would be with the Club World Cup with one of the international teams. I'm looking forward to going. Just to have players like the Mbappe and everything, I think we're going to have a great turnout. I think it's going to bring more attention here in America. And one thing I feel like MLS needs to do and has to do if they want to continue growing is get rid of the whole salary cap thing. This is not baseball. This is football or NBA. No. You have a structure from the international teams and other places that has worked. It's worked without the whole salary cap thing. If you have a structure, you see how it works, adopt it and work with it, and we can make our league wonderful. I'm always a big ambassador for the MLS, pushing for the MLS first, because that's what I want to see great, so I want that to happen. No more salary cap. Let's get this thing going. We have a transfer window right now. Hopefully, Inter Miami, LAFC, Seattle, we can add some players that definitely help us out, because it will be a tough tournament, and we cannot look like fools in this tournament. So we have to make it to the 16 for sure. At least make it to the 16, and then get to the top 8 or however. We got to get there. So, but let me know what you think. How much of an impact will the Club World Cup and the World Cup being here in America help? Let's talk about it.
It's the asses that I like to whip. In this timeline, it frames the bad guy shit. Go ahead and